need to get an acid test. Let's see if we can find one, guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There it is. Oh! Yes. I carry that. The best soap bubbles in the world. It's a $2 sprayer and a 99-cent bottle of, I want to say, Joy. And take caps off here. Our ports. Just thought we'd do an acid test right quick. Right here. Now we're just going to test it. No liquid. Got our new compressor in. We're going to replace the acid test. Proved good. I took some oil and put it on the tester, and the oil tested good as well. So I'm happy with that. So we don't have to put a suction filter on it, and then come back and take it off 30 days, 60 days later. So what we do have, though, guys, is we got more problems. Finally got the answer to why the, let's see if I can get my light on. There we go. I got an answer to why the compressor is locked up. I went today to pull the refrigerant out of it, and we did not have much refrigerant in there. It showed 100 and something, over 100 and something psi on the thing, on the gauge, but when I went to pull it out, man, I mean, it came out quick. So what we got here, I figured we had a leak somewhere else. Basically, all we've got is one elbow, one connector, one elbow, and the rest of this whole line out to the unit is one solid piece besides one connector out there. So check the line and everything, and we're going to check this coil. We've got some spots here where it's rubbing. See where it's white? It's rubbing the metal real bad. And oxidating the copper. But we're going to test this coil here. I got a feeling, guys, that this coil is bad. The coil in the outdoor is a different type. It's not this type of coil. It's the standard condenser style coil for train American Standard, which is basically one continuous long tube, which doesn't have all these U-bends and doesn't have fins like this. That these typically have a lot more problem, these style, than the other style. So we're going to take a look. We're going to just make sure here. See what we got. Focus it right. And do all this at the same time here. And I'm going to let my yellow jacket calibrate outside of the area that is to be tested. The last thing I want is it to calibrate in an area that has refrigerant in the air. Then what it's going to do is it's not going to read right. So we want to make sure we calibrate when we turn it on in fresh air. we're just on normal here. We could go to high sensitivity or low, but we're gonna go to norm. And I like, even though we got a light, I like my beeper. So it really lets you know. So we're gonna take a look here, and we're gonna see what we got. I know you can't see. I'm just gonna stick it in here. Oh yeah. So there's no doubt it's leaking in. How I get my detector to read so well. I won't spend but just 10 seconds looking for a leak. Is I'll pressurize it. I'll put some refrigerant in the system, and I will pressurize it with my nitrogen to about 150 at least. I know the manufacturer doesn't recommend a PSI, crankcase PSI of more than 150 usually, but I'm at least 150. I've gone up to 300. I hadn't had any problem with crankcase, but I don't typically. Okay, and I don't recommend that. 150 is what they call it. 150 should be fine. That's what I did on this one. Just got some gas in it from dead pressures of 0. Just put probably about 50 psi of gas, vapor, refrigerant in it, and then put the rest of the way with dry nitrogen. Got it up to about 150 psi, and I tested right here on the inside, right here on the coil, and we're hitting off. So usually, if I go down on the bottom on one side, and I go down on the bottom on the other, that's all I have to do, guys. I mean, it's just like that. It's just when you get your pressure up, your gas in it, and you get a good detector, it doesn't take but a few seconds, and you just run it in one side or run it down on the other side, and then it's going to go off if there's any refrigerant there. This unit has got probably 3 months of warranty left. Now, what is this? Let's see, October, November. So we've got we got about a month and a half. This warranty's out in 2014. Man, she caught that compressor on the end, and we're going to catch this evaporator coil on the end as well. So we're going to let the gas back out of it. We're going to disconnect our lines here, our copper and our condensate here. I was going to go ahead and take this liquid line filter out anyway. I've got another biflow I have to go in there. So we're going to put this guy in after we get our new coil in, of course. But so we're going to jump on this now and get this coil out and get it up there probably today. And get this one changed out as well. Because I don't know why, but apparently the guy at American Standard's telling me that 2 years ago, before 2 years ago, American Standard units only had a 5-year warranty on parts. Really? Really? A 10-year on compressor, 5-year on parts. So I call expecting us to be under warranty. Boom, we're not. Man, customer doesn't know what she's going to do now. She's canceled the whole entire job now. I don't doubt she'll go with me when she decides what she's going to do, but man. Sometimes I don't like this job. I mean, I put the gauges on it. I looked at my gauges. We were like a 130, 125 or something. Dead PSI, dead pressure, you know? I mean, How's I gonna know that the unit was low without having it running? I mean, just unless it was just drastically low. I mean, if I put my gauges on it and it was below 100 or below, I'd say, oh, well, it's probably low. Ah, man, after a lot of gas, a lot of time, a lot of everything wasted, guys, we're gonna head on to the next one. You can't win them all. I hope you guys are having better luck than me.